Hey, welcome back. I just wanted to give you an update, a quick update on what I've been doing lately. I haven't made a video in a little while, and I do have another video coming out soon. So I wanted to make this kind of like in between, but I also want to tell you that that video is going to be some type of informational video. Maybe there'll be something that you'll find valuable out of that video, so I ain't gonna tell you what it's about, but make sure that you go back and hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell if you haven't already, and that will let you know when I post my video as well as any other videos. And of course, like, shares, leave a comment, all of that. So what I've been doing lately, well, as I mentioned in my previous videos, I've been doing a lot of home improvement projects. Some of them have been like construction type projects, and some have just been like aesthetic projects. I'm still working on 2 projects because I got ADHD and I can't stay on one thing at one time. I got to jump between things. So I am almost finished painting the porch. I just have a piece of the floor left to do. That gray paint that they put on the floors. It was already there, but I'm just refreshing it. And then in the kitchen, the grout in this old house looks like it hasn't been cleaned in about 30 years. So I already cleaned the grout in the kitchen area. I just have the nook area left to do, but it looks so much better. But the problem was, there's a lot of grout missing, sometimes like a whole line around a piece of tile. So I need to replace the grout, and then I need to seal all the grout, and then I need to move to the other section, clean that, replace any grout that's missing, and seal it. So after that, I will have a break. Pretty much, I think everything will be done until it gets cooler, and I wanted to refinish the kitchen cabinets. But I'm on the fence about that because that's my money, that's my time, that's not my house. So I've already done a lot. I put a lot of money into, making this place more comfortable. It's my son's place, and he's a bachelor, and he's still young. He's almost 40, but men don't really care nothing about all that. So I don't know if it's going to be worth putting that extra effort and money into redoing those cabinets, but we'll see. But the other big thing is I'm ill right now. I feel a lot better, but for the last 7 days I've been struggling. So I don't know if you saw in another video, but I was adopted. So through Ancestry DNA, I met my biological paternal side of my family, and I had always knew that I had a brother once I met them, but we couldn't find him. So anyway, back in January when I was in Mexico, my brother did his DNA, and we finally hooked up. Anyway, long story short, I went to Georgia to visit my brother Monday. Tuesday he calls me and he says, guess what? I said, what? He said, I got the what. I'm like, oh Lord, that's all I need. Sure enough, maybe about 4 hours later, I start feeling really sick. All the symptoms, the sneezing, the coughing, the body aches, the fever, stomach problems, all of that. And I've been really wrestling with this for like the last 7 days. Now, I figure I'll take some of that old people wisdom, right? Now, the old people say, just sweat it out. So I've been painting the porch outside in the heat in Alabama and sweating like crazy, thinking I'm just going to sweat this out, right? Because, that's their solution for everything. If you're dying, they just like sweat it out. You'll be all right. So I tried my best, but what happened was all of those sneezing fits that I was having caused a lot of postnasal drip. So now I feel like I got a bronchitis or maybe even a mild pneumonia. So I've been using my breathing treatments, and now I'm started on prednisone to try to open up my chest, because all of this feels like it's on fire, still, and taking Mucinex to try to loosen up all of that stuff that's, needs to come out of my chest. So I'm hoping that'll work. If not, I talked to my doctor today, and she said maybe I might have to get some antibiotics. We'll see how this prednisone does for me. So if it ain't one thing, it's another. But yeah. So before I get into anything else, there's something that I want to tell you. As a content creator on YouTube, we all know that part of the social media ugliness is going to rear its head at one point or another on our channels. I have a very small channel, and for the most part, most of the comments that have been left me have been wonderful. And I want you guys to understand how important that is to us. Not because, yes, it does help the algorithm when we get that engagement by you leaving a comment, but it also makes us feel good as people. It makes us feel that what we're doing is worthwhile. It makes us feel that what we're doing is appreciated, because this is time consuming. If you are a full-time content creator, depending on how much money, time, effort, editing, gas money, whatever you're putting into your videos to get to different locations, etc., it's a job, okay? It is a real job. It's not as easy as just pointing a camera and, here we go, or sitting there talking. For some people it is, but for people that try to bring you something a little different, it's not that simple. So when people get nasty comments, that is very disheartening. Okay, and I understand everybody's entitled to their own opinions, but you know what? Kindness is always the best policy, because you don't have to leave a comment, and it doesn't have to be a nasty one. Okay, if you feeling some type of way, just keep it to yourself. Move on. You don't need to say certain things. There's been plenty of videos that I watched that I had something in my mind that was ratchet, but I didn't type it because it ain't right. My girl, LaShawn Will. Maybe you're a subscriber to both of our channels. Maybe you're not. Go to her channel. You'll love her. She puts out amazing, amazing content. Excuse me. And I'm not going to go into the whole, thing about what happened, but she was just left a nasty comment recently, and you never know what people are going through, and that comment kind of really hurt her. And as a person who creates content as well, regardless of whether I'm a large channel, her channel is way bigger than mine. As a person who creates content, your comments are very important to me. I really appreciate you. I appreciate the kind words. You when I read some comments, I have like a smile from ear to ear of the comments that some people leave. Some of them brighten my day. Maybe I was feeling bad that day, and your comment made me feel better and gave me a little bit more pep in my step that day. It gave me some motivation to get off the couch and go do something, or to continue making videos. Try to get better, try to bring you better content, whatever the case is. Comments are optional, y'all. Be nice. I get a few nasty comments here and there. Most of the time I try to ignore them, but sometimes, yeah, I'm gonna clap back. That's just the way it is. My throat is itching. So, oh my God. So anyway, go check out her channel. She's an awesome person. Just period, because I know her. And also, she's an awesome content creator with great information, a lot of valuable things that a lot of you may find some benefit in. But like I said, at the end of the day, guys, please be mindful that us content creators are humans too. And yes, it is easy to be a keyboard warrior and type some nasty shit on a YouTube comment. But remember, we got feelings, y'all. We got feelings, and things do hurt our feelings. And is that what you want to do for your day purposely? Just set out to hurt somebody's feelings? What kind of person are you? So that was my PSA. Let's move on to the rest of the content. All right, so I'm out here in this beautiful park. I don't typically go to parks because of bugs, right? But I decided to come out, get some fresh air, and have a different surroundings because the air conditioners are so loud at home. I had a hard time making a video. And I told you I like to swing, and I see some swings, and I'm about to go over here and try to swing. But speaking of bugs, so it's common in the South, right? Just Alabama. It happened in Florida. Actually, it was in Nevada and quite a few other states that I've lived in or been to. It's them big ass outdoor roaches that fly. Some areas, have them more than others. You could go 4 blocks and not see any, and then you can be 4 blocks away and you see them all the time. And I'm talking about at night. And yes, occasionally or more often, they get in your house. I don't know what the criteria for having more or less is. It might have a lot to do with the vegetation that's in the area, whether or not, most of your neighbors use pest control, because my last house in Alabama, I ain't have them. I ain't seen none. So, is this gonna be annoying to y'all? Cause this is fun. Let me stop first. Okay. So anyway, where I'm living, there's a lot of vegetation, a lot of overgrowth, because there are some abandoned houses, and the neighborhood isn't the type of neighborhood that all of the neighbors are going to have a pest control service come. I do. But what I do ain't stopping the bugs from next door coming over. So the other day, I went in my closet, and there was a outdoor roach in my closet. Now, them ain't the kind of roaches that you have in your kitchen and turn the light on and they scurry. Them are German roaches, and you don't want those. But these American roaches, they live outside. Occasionally, they'll wander inside. They really don't survive in there, and they don't want to be in there. It's just an accident. Hey, little man. So, yeah, I saw one in the closet. So, of course, I ain't sleeping in my room. Not until I find it or take all my clothes out my closet and spray. So, I was sleeping on the couch. And I was waking up. Thought I felt something on my leg. Flipped off the couch. First time I done fell like out the bed or whatever since I was a kid. Landed on the floor like really hard. I must have just like levitated off the couch and just landed on the floor. And hurt my hip. Didn't bother me that day because I went outside and I was painting the porch. But I was doing a lot of bending over. So that probably aggravated it, because the next day I got up, I could barely walk. I think I pretty bruised it pretty bad, all because of a damn bug. Now, I find as I get older, I am more paranoid about bugs. Paranoid. Okay, so because I told you, got them outdoor roaches, and they be all over the stairs leading up to my home. So I can't come outside at nighttime no more. I gotta be home before dark. Like, before the street lights come on, I gotta be home. Because otherwise I ain't coming in. So when I went to Georgia to visit my brother, I kept telling him I gotta leave because I already know what time sunset is, and I gotta be home before sunset. But he wanted to go shoe shopping. So we went shoe shopping. I was late. Got home. It was like, I don't know, 9 o'clock. Dark. Sure enough, pull up, try to go up the stairs to the house, and it's 9, 10 roaches just crawling all over the steps and all over the wall on the side of the steps. My son, he's screaming at me because I'm like, I can't come up the steps. I can't. I just can't do it. I'm going to sleep in the car. So I had him come down with a can of Raid so I can do as much spraying as I could in order to just be able to get into the house. And it's sad when you have these kind of fears in life. I don't know, but I'm telling you, it's the South, the tropics, and maybe even the West Coast. Maybe I need to be in the North. Maybe I need to move to, I don't know, Maine. Because I can't do it. I don't know what kind of bugs y'all got up there. I can't do it. Now, I know in Ohio, you ain't seeing no outside roaches. You'll see inside roaches in some people's house. I ain't never had that. But what you will see is them centipedes. Them big, long, hairy centipedes. And that's the worst. Can't deal with that either. So, I don't know. I need to find somewhere to go where they ain't got bugs like that. I can do... Well, I can't really do any bugs. Honestly, I can't. I just can't. I don't know what to do. But, yeah, other than that, I haven't really been doing too much other than my projects. Trying to get finished so I can move on to something else. I have not had a chance to go anywhere, do anything. Of course, being sick plays a big part in that. It's hot out here. And, so I'm going to work on this next video for you guys. Like I said, it should be something informational for a lot of you. It's travel related. And I hope you come back to watch that video. And until we meet again, guys, I am going whoa, I'm going to have some fun right now before I go get back in the car. Bye, y'all. Whoa.